And so when you look at your life, most of the time you don't see what God's doing. A lot of times you question, God, what are you doing? You often don't see it or feel it. But if you were there in all these days leading up to it, you wouldn't see it either until after the fact. Well, whoa, now you see it. Back then they didn't see it. Only after it happened did they see it. What does this tell you? Even though when you don't see it, even when you don't feel it, even when you don't know it, it is God's hand is still at work in your life. God is working all things together to its exact point, its exact place, its exact moment, and for your good. The young man from the Polish city had no idea when he happened to change it, that 40 years later, he'd fulfill it. And what perhaps he discovered at the end of his life as he's reading that book, that he would be used to fulfill the ancient prophecies of God. So too, you have a new identity. He got a new identity. And you have a calling, just like he got a new identity, and he ended up walking, it was prophetic. Well, you've got a new identity. You've got a new name. We don't even know what it is. You've got an identity that is just as holy or more high, as holy as those great men and women of God back then. It's higher than you imagine. You may not know the mystery of it until the end of it. It's higher than what you fathom. There's a destiny not only for Israel, but if you're born again, you are of the commonwealth of Israel. So there's a destiny for your life. And you need to seek it. And the more you seek to you live in the will of God, the more you will walk in the destiny of God. And you'll see all these things in your life coming together, all these details that were waiting to come together will come together as you walk in His will. It will come together like bones coming together, like branches building a tabernacle, to the exact calling, the exact moment of your destiny. You won't see it a lot of the time, but it will be revealed at the appointed time, usually after the fact. You look back, whoa, now I see it. And so there is to God's nation and to all of His children an appointed time, an appointed place, an appointed word. And what else does it tell you? All these mysteries had to do with restoration. God's will is to restore, to rebuild what was ruined, to put together what was broken in your life, to make deserts, barrenness in your life blossom, to restore you. And as you follow His way, it will lead you to restoration. God is so committed to restoration that He speaks of it 2,500 years before it even happens. He planned it that long. And He is the one who made sure that His word would come true. See, God, not only is God real and God great and God awesome, but His word is good. His promises are true to your life. Stand on His word, hold to His promise, keep moving ahead in His will and in your calling, and keep standing, keep holding on, keep moving, and He will bring it to pass, the promise, the purpose, and the calling of your life in its appointed time, its appointed place, and in the appointed destiny of your life.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.